If we're not following each other on LinkedIn, definitely do that. Although I have my profile set to follow, which is something that isn't just reserved for the fancy influencers or whatnot. It's actually something that everybody can do. It's in the settings, it's somewhere in the help file. I don't know where it is off the top of my head. But why I put that there is sometimes people might not want to connect. Maybe they just want to see the content. Or maybe I'm not going to accept them, but they can still follow my content. But as an invite to everybody here, since we all go way back to a few minutes ago, and some of you know me for a while, feel free to hit the three dots and hit connect and say that you are watching the RBBN, and I'm happy to connect with you. Two other matters of business before we dive in. One, Heshy, if you could share screen, because I would love to do some screen sharing of Practical LinkedIn. And also, although I'm the talking head, I think that there's plenty of really intelligent people here. So as much as I have something to say, I think it always matters more and is more deeply impactful when we're, rather than talking about something in abstract terms, when we bring it into focus in concrete terms, when you have something specific to look at in your profile, in your content, and in your tactics, chances are if you're thinking it, there's like 20 other people on this call, 30 other people that are probably thinking the same thing. So by all means, interrupt the train of thought because I think it's going to be helpful. So if
All right, your screen is being shared now. You can go ahead and, you have the ability to screen share.
Amazing, thank you. Can everybody see my screen? To everyone who's not muted?
Yes, we see you.
Okay, great. So I believe the talk of the day is something to the effect of, all right, LinkedIn, it's not the brand new creator community, now what, right? So a lot of you might feel a little hesitant. Maybe your business fell out of favor with the world, lockdowns, whatnot. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're just starting something new, or maybe you're on a dream run because, you know, telehealth or work from home or live streaming hit stride. So really, it's not how to be the trendy guy who's or gal who's just starting, but how do you come back? How do you get excited? How do you do something that will stand out? So before I go into my profile and a few things that I'll show you on the screen, and certainly we can bring up some of your profiles as well, because I think that that's always fun. And I'm sure with your permission, Heshy, I know everybody loves the whole, hey, have Brian roast your profile in front of everybody. So for those of you who are not timid that can handle me being a crazy person, I would definitely recommend that to get some actionable tips that you could use today, like as we're literally having a meeting. So it's interesting. I am going to try to spend a few minutes at the end of this. If you noticed in the comments for this event, we mentioned that there's going to be a surprise little feature. So if you've watched me on social at all, especially on LinkedIn, there's one specific topic that I'm talking about like crazy, which is a new app and social network called Clubhouse. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I would like to touch on it just at the end, just to kind of set the tone of where we're going. So for those of you who are not posting on LinkedIn, you are missing the largest opportunity in the world, because LinkedIn has about 750 million people, depending on what report you do. I was in a room in Clubhouse listening to the SVP, editor-in-chief of LinkedIn News, where he basically said, you ready for this? You want your mind blown? Because you live in a small bubble. We all do. We all live in a subjective reality where we think all of our friends are posting content. Therefore, everybody's posting content. Completely false. They said on this live presentation to the world that less than 1% of the network is posting original content. So think about that. Think about what that means. That means whatever you do for a living, you do mortgages, you do nursing homes, you do real estate, I don't know, whatever you do, what if there's barely anybody that does what you do on there? So that means instead of going to trade shows and stuff, because who's doing those right now, and all sorts of paid advertising and cold calls and all this stuff, that's a real churn, that's kind of depressing in a numbers game, there might be a better way to do it. So I love to speak about the reverse of that polarity. Rather than pushing and nudging and beating on doors and smiling and dialing 200 people a day, slamming a phone in your face, what if people came to you, right? And I see there's a few questions. I'm going to get to that in a second, but let me finish the thought. So something that I'm fond of saying, and I'd love to say something new, but as long as the fundamentals are not explicitly said and understood in the world, I'm going to keep saying it. I think that there is a flywheel, a 3-step basic process to being good at this. So before we get into the fancy stuff and we learn how to run and learn how to jump and fly, let's make sure we have the basics handled. Step 1, have a truly remarkable profile. Just because you think your profile is remarkable, if it's not working, it's probably not remarkable. And we'll tear some of those to shreds in a second. Second part, equally important, is that it should be extremely clear what you do for a living. If you are an author and a speaker and a coach and you paint houses and you like basket weaving and long walks on the beach, this is not a dating profile. Why should you overtax my brain to make me try to figure out what the heck you do for a living? If you're a grown up and you're showing up to do business, show up and do business. Common sense isn't so common. That's step 1. Step 2. Now to step 3, with the adjournment of the first thing that I said before, is to try to make original, regular content. Original content does not mean that you rip off a YouTube viral video. By the way, folks, and this is important, there's a thing in the world called copyright. You can't rip off anything you want. I know a famous LinkedIn influencer, which I will withhold their name, but this person, who probably had over 1 million followers, got shut down overnight because of copyright problems. They watch this closely. Be careful of that. So when I say original, I'm not kidding. Original doesn't mean good morning, everyone. It means, do you have an original thought? Not everything that you say, not everything that I say is all that interesting. So I see a lot of people that post multiple times a day, and I think they're doing it to their detriment because it's hard to create content. Let me say a quick word about creativity. There's a YouTube video that I cannot remember the name of it, but once upon a time, it's in an elementary school of kids. And the task was, hey kids, you have 1 minute to draw a picture of a clock. Now, not to be critical to children and their artwork, but after a minute to draw something, it was terrible, right? I mean, come on, how good are you going to be as an artist in 1 minute? It's too much of an ask. But then they reset the question and they said, okay, now you have, I think, 10, 15 minutes. And if you saw the wonderfully creative and diverse things that people did, where some things had a cuckoo clock and some things had nature and all these crazy designs, some person did like all geometric and linear, it was amazing. So creativity is both a muscle and something that needs practice and repetition, along with an element of deep work. So I'm a little crazy. I'm an entrepreneur. I try to stay up late and wake up early. Probably not so good. I try to sleep more these days since I'm 43 and this isn't my first rodeo. I'm not in my 20s anymore. So make sure it's sustainable. But in a time when the world is quiet, which is often early before everybody gets on your calendar, late, or if you just block it in your calendar. You think your calendar is only for other people's appointments? No, it's also for you. You could literally write a thing from 1 to 2 in the afternoon that says, leave me alone, or creative time, or something like that. So before I get weird, again, fundamentals, great profile, specifically about what you do, and then showing up to make original content. I want to see what everybody's saying in chat, so we're going to hang on for a second. All right, so I see we've got a few requests to look at. We've got a few brave souls that are going to bring up their profiles. Awesome. All right, so we've got 2 brave souls. I just want to take a break and a time check here. Heshy, how are we doing so far?
You're good. You're right on schedule.
Amazing. Okay, so I have my profile up, not because I'm an egomaniac, but I'm using mine as a primer of stuff to recommend because it's me and I've tried it before. No other reason. We're going to start in the order of the people who just send a note in chat, either to me or to the group, if you want this reviewed. I think I'm going on for the next 12 minutes or so. So I'll try to go as quickly as possible. We'll also touch on Clubhouse for a minute, and then we'll wrap up and go to the next part of the day. All right, so first, we've got Oren. Hey, Oren. So this is good. He already knocked down his URL to make it custom. Here's something that I don't like. So imagine that this is a beautiful, wonderful psychological billboard on the internet of 750 million people. It probably should not read as a business card because it's not that interesting. What's something that you could do to subconsciously, psychologically prime the mind before the conscious mind takes over? So when somebody's going to look at Oren, what is it that, and maybe you're going to say, well, CPAs aren't cool like your marketing thing, Brian. Okay, fine. But you know what? The cool CPAs show up and take a larger piece of the pot. So who's right? So I would put something that shows some level of power, influence, expertise of what you give over to people would be my first thing there. Next, this is a pretty good headshot, but I think that the colored background is slightly distracting and the fact that you're not in the middle is slightly distracting. I'm going to show you a wonderful website to write down by the name of photofeeler.com. In this, when you put in your picture, not for dating, because that's not this show, but for business, it will tell you people's specific notes that don't know you about you and tell people, and the people will tell you how competent, likable, and influential you are based on your picture, which gives you a whole realm of demographic data that you never really thought was possible. So if you want, Oren, you can run this through there and maybe try another one where it's centered and isolated to white. Those would be my suggestions there. I'm not really a big fan of the credentials at the end of the name. However, I think specifically for a CPA, that is a widely understood credential, so I would keep it. I'm glad that Oren has LinkedIn Premium. The main reason to have LinkedIn Premium, by the way, once you do the 3-step process, is to make sure that people can come to your profile and you can view their profile. If you don't have LinkedIn Premium, which doesn't cost that much, and I'm going to accept his request, the main thing is going to be that you can see instead of just the last 3. Okay, so now this is super important. Not the elevator pitch, but this is what you're going to say for you screaming down the hall for them, all the people who have the power and influence to hold the elevator for you to go up the stairs, to go up the elevator, to let you in. So let's see how interesting it is. CPA implementing blah, 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 blah. It's not bad, but there's a ton of repetition right here. I think if you have to say listening to you, who's not listening to you? I think that that is kind of a thing. And then service for you, I would add some other things that just speak to your experience and success. So I have a bunch of fancy credentials and places I've been featured and board appointments and things like that. I'm not saying you have to have that, but that's what we got. Let's look at his contact info real quick, and we're going to move on quickly. Just make sure that these are all the things that you want people to see. Also, this reads a little weird because it throws New Jersey and Israel in one line, and otherwise pretty decent. But just keep in mind, we've got these 2 different sites there. And then this is your everything. This is the cornerstone of content. This is so good that if your website shut down, you could still get all sorts of things that you could possibly want out of LinkedIn. It's not bad, but it just kind of reads like a bunch of bullet points about what you do for this part. There's a lot of I talk. I would suggest you all read and study this closely because this is, I change this probably every few weeks for the last 3 years, by the way, and I am never satisfied with it. So here I use at the top of a pin board because I know thousands of people are reading it. So if there's any event or whatever that I want people to know, I put that there. And then I have a hero's journey where it's all of my trials and tribulations, places I've lived, things that I've done, why people buy from other people, and people want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So if you don't give enough of yourself out there, you could be the most skilled person in the world, but you're still going to go tone deaf. Hopefully that is effective, Oren. I want to be respectful and mindful of everybody's time, so I'm going to keep on going. David, I'm pretty sure that I actually did your profile in an event not that long ago, so I'm not going to spend too much time on the profile. So let's instead flip the script and look at David's content because we already did Oren's pretty well. Now keep in mind, everything that you like, everybody sees. So don't just randomly like your friend's stuff because your activity feed means a lot. All right, so David posted a 44-second video. I'm wondering if this goes off platform. Interesting. I would not put a Calendly right there. I think you're being way too heavy-handed. That's way too aggressive. I would not do that. And only one person liked it. And then you posted 2 things almost back to back. Yeah, you are being very, very aggressive. There's a golden ratio. Imagine maybe 25% of the time you can be a little salesy, but in the first 2 things that I saw, you're reaching for the wallet. That if that's working for you, great. Feel free to fight me on it. But I think that is too aggressive and you're still doing it. don't feel the need to throw a call to action. If people like what you do, they're going to come to you. Remember the process, the flywheel. If you make great content and it's clear what you do, they're going to hit you up. So moving things into the DMs, moving things into the Calendly, moving things into the conversation is much better than hitting them so hard. I hope that's helpful. I see that there's quite a few other people, and I want to make sure.
Brian, would you also want to mention about the link? He has the LinkedIn concatenates it as well in that post.
Yeah, I'm going to say something about links. So in that room where the guy who's the editor-in-chief of LinkedIn News, I said, hey, what's the deal with me and other practitioners say, put the link in the comments? And I have previously recommended that a lot. He said they don't care. Straight from LinkedIn. LinkedIn says LinkedIn doesn't necessarily care. And that wasn't the point that I just made to David. I said that David is putting an overly aggressive call to action in. I'm not criticizing him for putting in the link. If you notice, I'm actually putting in links more these days, and it's actually not slowing my post velocity. LinkedIn is more interested in interesting content rather than the format of content. That being said, it is also stated by them that they're interested in varying forms of content: short form, long form, video, text, image, and video, live video, and my favorite, because I do a lot of infographics on there, visual content, multi-page PDFs, which is document sharing. And also there's a thing called LinkedIn Stories. If you're not doing stories, you're missing out. LinkedIn's watching that like a hawk. So if you want to be in their good graces, always try the things that they're pushing. Common sense, right? They're giving that extra clout. You should all have the access to stories, because you can also see everybody that's looking at their stories. And as of last week, you can add a link into the stories that people can swipe up, and it says see more. So now, instead of just getting how many people looked at it on your story, which disappears in 24 hours, but you can see the number of link clicks. So you have incredible actionable intel. Oh, by the way, one other quick thing. You see this right here? See this little speaky guy? Listen to this.
Hey there, it's Brian Wallace. Thanks for visiting my profile, and I'm really excited to talk to you soon.
So even though it sounds like I hesitated and I didn't know what to say, that's because I forgot how many seconds it was. So that's for basic name pronunciation, but don't be all pitchy, but welcome people, because they give you 10 seconds. 10 seconds is an eternity to get somebody's attention. You can only access that through mobile. If you don't have that on your profile, kind of like Oren doesn't, and kind of like David, I don't think did, put it on there today. Come on. Yep, both of you can do it. Shall we take a few more questions, talk about Clubhouse? What do you want to do?
Just quickly, how do you put that voice thing on?
So you go into your profile from mobile, and then you hit the little pencil next to it, and there's a spot. Okay.
Brian, I think before we take some questions or talk about Clubhouse, maybe it's, I mean, to you and I, this is obvious, but I think a lot of people don't understand or appreciate the value of the need to share content. So I think, you know, to give everybody the understanding of what the point is and why we're doing that and how that helps us grow the business.
Sure. Now,
can you also comment, where's the stories?
Sure. So you can't see this on the screen. It's not on desktop. That's on mobile. So can you see here, I'm going to stop sharing so you can look at my phone, I guess is the best way to do it. We're trying, guys. Stop share. Okay. Hi, you can see me again, right? So you see that on the top bar?
Move it a little further back. No, it's not. It's too bright.
It's coming up terrible. But if you look right there, sorry, we'll
change the brightness.
Look at it on your phone. We're running out of time to do it right. But if you look at your phone, there's a whole top row before your content. And then in the top left, it says your story, and then you can add it. So you can add pictures, you can add video, you can add stickers, you can mention people. If you mention people, they can get a notification and they can view it on desktop. And specifically, to Heshy's question. So this isn't me just thinking about it in the abstract or whatever. I can tell you multiple Fortune 500 businesses, and we win more business on LinkedIn than any other channel except for maybe like word of mouth and repeat business. If you create original content that resonates with people and then they see what you do, it's an unstoppable force of nature, because right now it's not like Facebook that strangles you and it's like, oh, you have to pay for everything. I don't pay anything to LinkedIn with the exception of premium. I tried
Would you
sales.
mind, would you mind commenting on original content? Because that could be me walking down the street. That could be me giving tips on how to do a virtual event. It's very unclear. What is good content? Is it about what you do? Is it just generic so people get to know you? What do you think good content is?
I think it shows the dimensions of a person. Some things that should be about what you do, some things that speak to what kind of person you are. There's a wonderful person by the name of Seth Godin, who's world famous, has written many, many famous books, famous keynote speaker, and just overall good guy on the internet. He's had a blog forever, probably like 20 years. One day he said something that's going to stay with me always. And he said this. He said, for every blog post that you see on the internet, there's 20 ideas that I throw in the garbage that never see the light of day. So if the world's foremost internet genius marketer guy says openly that he is 1 for 20, why you all think that having a walk in the morning is interesting content is terrible. Even if my friends are posting it, a lot of friends, they'll like send me a link and they're like, hey, why didn't you like it? I'm like, because it's not good, right? Why should I clog up my activity feed just because you had a morning walk? Go walk with your kids, go walk the dog. I don't know. It's uninteresting. So my quality filter, a lot of times you will see me not necessarily post stuff because I don't really feel like I have something interesting to contribute. So my quality is interestingness. Does the thing that I want to post, is that something that I myself, as I was scrolling through, would want to actually check out? If the answer is no, I literally don't bother. So think about it.
But isn't there a certain group of people that want to live vicariously through others, and that whole walk along thing works for that lower group, maybe not us per se in this call?
Hey, you want good tips? You want so-so tips?
No, I hear you. I'm just saying that there's been a theory about that.
I think that if you want to be elite mastery of something, there's an oversized reward to dialing it in. So yes, if you're famous and you're walking around, people will watch anything that you say. That's a given. However, what you're saying is more important than you walking around. If you have something interesting to say, if you have something valuable to say, and once you get good at it, again, creativity is that muscle that you're flexing, I think is everything. Can we spend a minute on Clubhouse real quick?
Absolutely. Let's talk about Clubhouse.
All right. So
I think you need to give a lot of background because I think most people here don't even know what it is.
How do I do that when I have to leave in -1 minutes? Let me try it this way. Since I do not have enough time to do it justice, let's just say that it's almost like a time machine. So if you imagine LinkedIn has been a creator community for the last 3 years, it gives you an incredible amount of power to be an early mover and have access to things before a lot of other people do. So let's set the tone. Clubhouse has been around since March or April, but it only really started to show up on the radar for most people at the earliest, like the end of November, basically December. A lot of people are just joining it now. From overnight, it went from like 3 employees to 9, and it went from 15,000 users to probably 2 million. Keep in mind, audio only, iPhone only, also works on iPad, and invite only, and it's still crushing it. I'm gonna link to 2 different news articles that I've written to help people who are new to it understand it, and I'll put that in chat in a second. But let me say one quick thing on it and to help you understand why I think it's so valuable. Since the dawn of the social web, there's kind of the 80-20 rule, or really the 99-1 rule. So imagine that there's a pyramid where the 1% are the content creators, but then the 99% are the people who are consuming. But Clubhouse has created an environment where there's finally a middle where you can be a passive listener, an active listener, jump on the stage and ask a question or talk for a minute, run a room, run a club. I know I'm going really fast, but I think that if you are really trying to change the game with your business on the internet, I keep in mind, like who everybody looks at as like a LinkedIn expert, I spend much more time on Clubhouse than I do on LinkedIn or any other network right now. And it's not going to be forever. So I'm going to jump in with, like I said, 2 articles that I think, it's not for my glorification, but things that I think will help you understand the network and my point of view. So there you go. And that was a lot of words for a short amount of time. Okay. see Ken says that he doesn't see the speaker icon on mobile. It's possible it didn't roll out to you. Ken, shoot me a note later and I'll try to help you look if possible. Okay.
Brian, thank you. That was really great.
Pleasure.
Hey, Brian, I have a quick question about something you mentioned. Early on, you talked about how only 1% of the LinkedIn platform are actually are posting content.
Yes, I think that's a lie, by the way. I think depends what you call original. I think it's a fraction of a percent. Probably single to double digit thousands actually make something worthy of note on a regular basis, in my opinion.
Now, did they acknowledge at all as far as what percentage of their signed on users actually come in and log in every day? Because the thing is, if only 1% of the people are posting content, it's possible that they're posting it to only about 10% of their
no, I know what you're talking about monthly active users. So I have press credentials and I am part of LinkedIn's journalist collaboration team. So every now and then they do press briefings with updated stats on that. I know that they've publicly said the stats that you're talking about. I don't remember what the number is off the top of my head and I don't want to misquote the amount, but they do publish those numbers regularly. Yeah.
Because that would skew the numbers a little bit. Makes it sound much.
I understand what you're saying, but it's really like 1% of the platform makes anything interesting. So it's like running a marathon where you're almost the only person that shows up. I get that there may be a little bit of variance, but the point is still the same.
Brian, and Nick from Smart Solutions asks if Clubhouse is coming to Android / Windows.
So so it's mobile only. And the two founders have a town hall every Sunday at noon Eastern. And I was not in on the latest thing, but word on the street is it's coming, whatever that means. Honestly, stop crying about Android and just get a freaking iPhone or an iPad. That is this is a moment. I think it is absurd to just wait for that because you can sit there and talk to venture capitalists and tech founders and billionaires. Grant Cardone's hanging out there all day, famous musical artists, movie people. I don't know, like what else do you want, right? I mean, we're not traveling anyway. Come on, just get off Android holy wars for a minute. Does that answer your question?
Oh, you got Nick, you got to say if that answers. Okay, at this moment, we're gonna take any last questions, but last minute questions. You can also, everybody can get in touch with Brian. Brian, if you can just share your LinkedIn profile on the chat for everybody so they can connect to you.
Brian, I was wondering what you thought about Alignable. You see it has a future? We found a few clients on it, but some of my marketing people don't think it's worth our energy versus LinkedIn.
Whoops, I am so overclocked. I just put the LinkedIn wrong. Hang on a second. Wow. Sorry about that. Here, let's try it with a smile. There we go. Alignable.
Not on your
I was
radar.
typing in Alignable to Google. It first came up with like Alignable spam. I honestly have not done enough with Alignable to give you actionable advice on that.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, what about these automation tools like Duck Soup and others?
Don't use, so you know how many people beg me to get them reinstated into LinkedIn?
No, I don't.
Enough said. Do you want to risk getting your business empire thrown in the garbage? If LinkedIn doesn't make a tool and it's not approved by LinkedIn, use it very carefully or you run the risk of getting irreparably banned for life. Don't do it. There's a few that are good. I am very, very, very anti-automation. When I feel that a person is DMing me automation, I just write, "Oh, are you a robot?" And then I laugh at them. So I hate it. Please don't do it. And by the way, if you feel like you want semi-automation, which is slightly different, LinkedIn added in the direct messages, I think it might be a tool in premium, I'm not sure, where you can actually have like an autoresponder vacation message where it's like, "Hi, I'm too busy right now to get back to you." Blah, 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 blah. I don't like that. I don't like it. That's like second level don't like. Very much don't like automation. I know when somebody's about to sell me something next. All right, so I know that was like,
yeah, we're gonna conclude here. But before you go, Brian, I want to make sure everybody everybody can, who's here, we're gonna do some, in the olden days, we used to do, photos and selfies and get a group photo. So what we'll do is, why don't you smile, Brian? Everybody can take a print screen. I'm also gonna share it, okay? And share this on social media. I'm gonna also send this out in the links. We're gonna get also a group shot as well. Let me put myself side by side with you
Come
as
on,
well.
everybody. Like Label Schwartz
Maybe
always
we
says when he does the
maybe we
hit
should shake hands
shots,
with the person next to us.
look less miserable.
All right, Brian, smile again. Okay, and then again, everybody should share this on social media. Okay, look at the camera. I'm putting on a group shot here. Hold on. Okay, everybody should go to, I'm gonna remove the spotlight video, remove spotlight. And let's remove your spotlight as well. And then, okay, now everybody put on the top right, you'd see the view, do gallery view. Top right is Zoom, gallery view. Okay, and everybody smile or do thumbs up and we'll take a screenshot and you'll have multiple photos. Okay, that's one. Go to, there's several pages here. Okay, I'll share, everybody take a print screen and I'm gonna share this as well in a few minutes on the Dropbox link. Brian, again, I want to thank you so much for doing an amazing presentation. Everybody, again, Brian's link to LinkedIn is in the chat here. So connect him if you're not connected to him already. Follow him because he's got good stuff to share all the time. I just learned an amazing thing about today, which is brand new, about the links, that LinkedIn is no longer that they're not giving you any penalty for adding links directly into the post. Thank you, Brian. You're always an insight. You're always an inspiration for us. We're going to go ahead now and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go make the introductions to everybody.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through the list again. Yitzi, if you don't mind sharing share the list of all the members that have signed up, so we can go through each person one by one. We shared it in the beginning and let's do that again. Do you have it?
Come right up. If people can please update their information. Some people have not done it yet.
Please don't spam us though. Please don't.
I just want to be very clear. This list is really for the networking aspect of our group, that everybody can see who is there. They can follow up with them. This is to build connections and relationships. Absolutely correct. It's not meant to spam. It's not meant to at all.
You're kidding. We make thousands of dollars off this spreadsheet every month. Of course, you're going to start.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
So we're going to go through, I'm going to go through one by one I'm going to go through alphabetical order. I'm assuming everybody here is, I'm going to go through alphabetical order for all those who signed up. So let's start with, the rule is like this. What's that?
Can we ask not only what people do, but what they need? There may be some people.
Yeah, so please, in about 10 seconds, if you can say your name, your company name, what you do and what you're looking for. Try to get it quick and in, because we're going to have to move through a lot of people and we can't get stuck. So try to make it very quick. Who you are, what you do, the company name, and what you're looking for in as brief time as you can before we move on. So we're going to start by alphabetical order. Okay, actually the alphabetical order, let me start by alphabetical order, last name. Hold on. Sort by A to Z.
Some people are putting their names on the sheet a second time, even though it's already on the first time. So just please find your line, update your line. I don't need to have you twice on the sheet.
Yes. Okay, without further ado, okay, the first person here is Vicky A. I don't know your last name, if you can fill it out. Vicky A, please introduce yourself. What's that?
By the way, people could rename themselves and add next to their name what they do, so when we're looking at you, we could remember a little better.
Okay, Oren Adler. Oren, you're on.
Hi, I'm a CPA, second generation, non-apologetic. My firm was started in 1979 by my father. We do classic bookkeeping, accounting, taxes, and financial statements. A good lead for me is a business, a startup, someone who needs help choosing what kind of entity they want, or an individual, especially now with tax returns, or somebody who needs help with PPP-1 or PPP-2.
Thank you. Hazel Alvarado, if you can also update the company name in the sheet as well, you're on.
Hi, can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay, great. Actually, I have a company whiskey with me that does event planning, but I didn't list it because I'm trying to return back to fintech, which is financial technology that I spent with regulatory compliance. Networking today, I'm actually looking for volunteers for the Bronx High School of Science. We're looking for people to talk about their industries, to talk about what they do, and to help students with their career paths. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Hazel. Marty Boltex, you're on. Marty, I saw you sign up before. Okay, we're gonna move on to Chaim Book. Chaim.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Chaim Book. I'm an employment lawyer. I counsel small businesses with respect to compliance with state and federal employment law requirements, such as wage and hour, anti-harassment, discrimination, paid days off, and the like.
Thank you, Chaim. Stephanie Chapman, welcome.
Okay. I think I unmuted myself. Did I unmute myself?
You're good. Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, I'm so bad with this. Hi, everyone. As a psychotherapist, I love helping people. That helping instinct in me crossed over to the real estate market, and now it's my passion. Whether it's helping my buyers purchase a home at the best price, selling their home at the highest price, finding investment properties for my investors, it's my duty to make sure your money is being spent or saved wisely. The best feeling for me is seeing my clients being represented with the highest caliber and negotiating skills, and then handing over brand new keys to them. Stephanie Chapman, real estate agent. Call
You're a
me.
real pro at this. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. Mickey Cohen,
Sure.
you're on. Welcome, Mickey.
Hey guys, Mickey Cohn here. I call myself the phone guy because I deal with voice, data, cloud-based services, something every single company, whether it's small, medium, or large, needs and uses. So if you want to have a proper customer service and be able to unify your communications, reach out to me and give me a call. Thank you.
Mickey, you've been doing great stuff for the group. Mickey has been promoting our group on LinkedIn and social media. Thank you so much, Mickey. You're doing a great job. Okay. Next, we have Nick Davidson.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Nick Davidson, the Smart Solutions Group. We help folks scale and grow their business, find solutions from anything from people to process, helping to get clients to collections, anything that will help you get optimal performance.
Thank you, Nick. You're all the way from Israel. Yehuda Freilich, you're on.
Hi, nice to meet you all. Yehuda Freilich. I run a company called Outsourcing to Israel. Actually, we've been working with Heshy for many years.
Yes.
Working with Nick. If you're looking for good talent, good American talent that could work for you remotely, we'll help you find the best people who are Americans living in Israel to work for you.
Thank you, Yehuda. Ann Genovese, welcome.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ann Genovese. I'm a registered nurse and I'm the co-owner of Lily Martin Care. We are a private concierge home health care company, helping families find caregivers and caregivers find families. Whether it's live-ins, companions, nurses, travel companions, baby nurses, and much more, we can help. I'm looking to meet doctors, case managers, and discharge planners. At Lily Martin Care, we put the care back in home care.
Thank you. Like a pro. Okay.
They're part of Master Networks.
Yes.
Right. We've been trained well.
Yeah. If you want to know what Master Networks is, contact me later. I'll tell you all about it.
There you go.
Okay. Next, we have Ken Goffstein. Ken, are you there? Okay, we'll move on. Yitzi Hammelberger, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Yitzi
I thought you were
Hammelberger.
gonna
I'm actually
unmute
new
me.
to the group.
Okay, 1 second. Yitzi, hang on. We got Ken. Yeah, put yourself on deck.
Sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. Ken Goffstein with Fairway Independent Mortgage. I'll just keep it simple. Just check my reviews on Google, Zillow. Check out my company. I'm so proud of my company and everything they do for the community, the give back that they do. It's not about the loans we do. It's about, I should say, it's the loans is what we do. It's not who we are. Thank you, Ken Goffstein, Fairway Independent Mortgage.
Thank you, Ken. All right, Yitzi, you're back.
All right, take two. My name is Yitzi Hammelberger. I run Search Pro's digital marketing. We're a digital marketing firm with a focus on SEO. We help businesses just create long-term and repeatable leads through Google search. Ideally, I'm looking to connect with web design, branding agencies, places that are looking to maybe add this type of service to their arsenal, and we can work out, some sort of white labeling deal. I also do plenty of work with other small businesses. So please reach out, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn after a few seconds once I update it after today's call, or reach out to me via email.
All right, thank you, Yitzi. All right, next we have Hugh Jacobson.
Sorry, I was on mute. Hugh Jacobson. I'm a CPA and an attorney. Small shop here, 3 of us. We're a full service CPA firm, but we're also lawyers. So we can help guide you through some of the more complex issues, tax, real estate, estates, trusts, wills, etc. Our ideal client is one who we can cross-sell all of our services to, be they accounting services or legal services.
Thank you. By the way, just pointing out again, everybody who we're introducing here is in the spreadsheet with their company name, with their email, with their phone number. So keep that in mind that you can always follow up after you get that introduction. Okay, David Jassy, you're next. David?
Just had to find my mic.
Okay.
David Jassy, DMJ Studios in New York. We've been producing broadcast type quality video for like 25 years. If anybody needs help, whether to shoot the video on Zoom, on a cell phone, broadcast, or up to a virtual event, we could help anybody with that kind of knowledge and experience. And on the other hand, we're looking for digital marketers like Isaac over there. I'll be in touch with you, because we like to produce for our clients, not just the great video, but we like to help them with the web. We like to help them with the marketing. So we're looking for web people. We're looking for digital marketing partners and event producers, because now people want us to do the whole virtual event. So we're looking for partners in events and in digital marketing.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Okay, Steve Kent, you're next.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me. I'm Steve Kent, Properties by Kent. I'm a licensed real estate agent. Ideally, my clients would be looking to either buy, sell, or invest in residential real estate. Thank you.
Short and sweet, yeah, Steve. Thank you. David Kogel, Sterling National Bank. You're on.
Good morning, everyone. David Kogel, Sterling National Bank. I have to pay Lily Martin Care a compliment. It looks like I'm looking at your business card the whole time and your head is moving around in it. It's sort of like a Harry Potter scenario. So, great thing. I love it. I love it. I'm a banker, 31 years, middle market. My client base has gone up. I'm looking for larger loans. 5-10 million is now the base where I'm starting. We recently closed a $100 million deal as a part of a $360 million group. We're doing a lot of middle market banking with clients that have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 accounts and need true treasury management services. So I don't know if anyone in the group fits into that box, but we're looking for larger size businesses that need good banking and a good private banker to be in their payroll, I guess we call it, or on their team. Better word, on their team.
Well, you don't have to have
working with everyone else.
You don't have to have everybody in the group looking for that. You have to have somebody in the group who knows people also, because it's all about what the networking is about.
And
Okay.
David, we love the rabbi over your shoulder. It's great.
That's my great grandfather who I'm named after.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm going to
Great
call
day,
you
everyone.
tomorrow
David
morning
Kogel.
after I win the Mega Millions tonight. We'll have a chat about how to manage the money, okay?
There you go. I'm not an investment advisor. I'm a business banker. Big difference. Big difference.
Okay. Jason Leff, you're on. Thank you,
Good
David.
morning. Thank you. My name is Jason Leff. I am the founder of HR Harmonious, personalized payroll solutions for small and big sized businesses, mid-sized businesses. We help companies simplify their payroll processes, which in turn save them time and money and endless hours of aggravation. Ideal client for us, anyone with payroll or anyone who's running payroll but not really running it properly. And you're not sure if you're running it properly, give me a call and we'll go through your system. Maybe you're doing a great job. We'll pat you on the back and we'll go our merry way.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have Israel Eichmann. You're on.
Hi, my name is Israel Eichmann from Chicago. I am a pre-marketing consultant, which means that I help people decide on their ideal audience, on what their niche is, and figuring out what the best benefits they have in order to get on with their marketing. My ideal referrer would be somebody who is in marketing, either a graphic designer, web designer, a copywriter who has a client who doesn't really understand what they're doing and needs help strategizing before they come to the marketer. Name is Israel Leichtman, pre-marketing consultant.
Thank you, Israel. If you can put in your information in the spreadsheet for follow-up contact, that would be great. I see your email there. If you can put your LinkedIn and website and website address, that'll be great. Okay, next we have David Littauer. David? Okay, we'll move on. Tracy McManamon. I don't know if I pronounced your name. Tracy? Okay, let's move on. Shia Miski. Shia, how are you? Wow, strike three. All right, let's move on. Okay, next inning.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm myself. Hi, good morning. So if you're stressed at work, chances are you're a productive and responsible person. I can teach you and coach you on being productive and responsible without being stressed. People I'm looking for is usually business owners that pay this for their employees.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Shia. Okay, Erica Needleman, you're next. Welcome to our group, Erica.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm really enjoying it. So my name is Erica. I work in credit card processing. I have decided to brand myself as your profit champion because I came from the nonprofit world. And I have that kind of heart. I'm not into cheating and stealing and putting extra fees that aren't supposed to be in there. And unfortunately, I've seen so much of that. And I want to be a resource for people if people have credit card processing needs. I want to be there. I want to, check statements and see if there's something I could do for people. Why also our company Pinpoint Payments has a $300 referral fee. So if you have an idea, like I got my HVAC guy signed up, I got my accountant signed up, my plumber, all of these different people that we're constantly in contact with and they all have credit card processing. And if they're processing over $10,000 a month, then they should not be on Stripe or Square or PayPal because they are paying too much. That's as fast as I can go. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, Yosef Nigri, welcome. Yosef, are you there? Okay, we'll move on. Okay, my partner in crime and
sorry, Heshy. Now,
oh, how are you? Okay, nice background.
Sorry for not unmuting myself. Hi, everyone. Thank you, First Brian, for the amazing exploration of LinkedIn. I work at Tri-State Awnings and Canopies. We are in the residential business. A lot of you guys see those sukkah awnings, the roll-up sukkahs. That's what we do. We also have the commercial part. That's where I'm involved. I'm the director of sales of this commercial part. We do awnings and canopies for big new constructions or remodels and all this. So if you know of anyone looking for canopies and awnings for their company or anything, just send them my way. I'll be glad to help. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Now I just want to shout out to Yitzi Pariser. Yitzi really is the force behind making these events happen. He gets the dates. He helps with the speakers. He gets the all the behind the scenes stuff. So Yitzi, thank you very much for helping always put this together and really getting it off the ground. And with that, please introduce yourself.
My name is Yitzi Paris. I work for a company called Radio Creations. You might have heard of it once in a while. I work for a guy named Heshy Friedman who's sitting there to my left on my screen. We create custom websites for small to mid-sized businesses. Our target audience, our target client right now are coming from the legal and medical space. If you know of anyone in those spaces who need to upgrade their digital footprint, please have them reach out to us.
Thank you. Thank you, Yitzi. And we're not excluding. Those are primary businesses for us right now.
You gotta focus. You gotta focus.
Right. Okay. Martin Sabo, you're on.
Hi, company is called EPC. Every penny counts. We specialize in assisting accounts payable departments in how they handle paying their vendors. Target type of clients currently are nursing homes, real estate management companies, but the service can apply to any industry where they're paying their bills, large volume transactions, and they're just not paying it effectively. We save you money. We don't charge you a fee. Our goal is our money only comes from when we save you the funds. Every penny counts.
Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Chaim, you're on. Chaim Saberstein, first of all, once again, a mazel tov on the wedding of your daughter on Monday. And you're on.
Thank you. So my name is Chaim Saberstein with the Front Page magazine. We're in our 17th year of printing. We have a very loyal unique readership, a readership that is reached to out to, but with advertising that our readership is not reached to out with the other magazines in the area. So if you're looking to get your message out to the entire community, you'd like to advertise with us on the front page. I also wear another hat. I'm bringing the running the Rockland operations of Jason Energy Solar. So it's a whole separate company. I'm just helping them come to Muncie and helping people save money on electricity by switching to solar. So if you're looking to advertise to the Muncie community or you're looking to save money with solar, either way, just give me a call. Looking forward.
Thank you, Chaim. Okay, Michael Schlager, welcome.
You're muted.
Michael?
Hi, I'm Michael Schlager, Hiring Solutions Group, leading candidates, leading companies for 22 years now. We do recruiting for that targeted search. Sometimes it's that first hire. Sometimes you're trying to figure out how to break out. Sometimes a strategy session really helps with that. Doing it for 22 years, started inside Thompson Financial, and I'd love to help you if I can. Thank you so much. HiringSolutionsGroup.com.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, next we have Avi Schnall. Welcome.
Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Avi Schnall. I'm probably a little bit unique to this group as I think I'm the only nonprofit guy that's here. I run the Agudath Israel of America, New Jersey office. We are a Orthodox Jewish advocacy group dealing mostly with government affairs, lobbying, and the like. I'm sort of new to LinkedIn, and this has been a very informative and productive morning. So thank you to all of the organizers.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the group. And if you can put in, oh, okay, we have your information already. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next we have Steve Schreiber. Steve, welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Steve Schreiber, Aquarius Partners, LLC. We provide blood tests for business. I'm not going to, and we're not in the health field. It's benchmarking programs that optimize the business operation across functions. We do other business consulting, but that's what we're primarily offering a special now for the beginning of the year. We're focused on it. You'll be seeing some content on LinkedIn shortly. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Steve. Jack Schwartz, welcome.
Hi, good morning. Jack Schwartz, Davison and Gilbert Risk Management. We're a subsidiary of Davis and Gilbert, which is a full-service law firm in Manhattan. Davis and Gilbert Risk Management is an insurance consulting firm. We don't sell insurance. We provide objective insurance expertise to any company. Whoever's looking for insurance expertise, has questions about their brokers, wants somebody to review their policies, looking to find a new broker. Any questions on commercial insurance, we assist companies with.
All right, thank you very much. We have next Mark Spitz, welcome.
Hi, thanks, Heshy. Hi, it's nice to meet everyone. I'm Mark Spitz. I work for a company called GRM Information Management. Essentially, what we do is we help companies that are looking for a better way of managing all of their information, complete with workflow automation and actionable analytics. Really what I'm looking for is companies that have lots of manual processes that are looking to streamline and automate some of their processes. And we have solutions ranging for small business all the way up to larger companies.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, Michael Spielzinger, welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So I work full-time in IT and telecom space, but I recently started working on a couple of side things. One is I'm helping someone with promoting their series of books. So since I'm new to the industry, I'm looking to connect with other professionals with expertise in book marketing, search engine marketing, digital marketing, and the like. Also looking to connect with men in their 30s to 50s who are looking to trim down to a healthy lifestyle in a sustainable way, as this is something I've done recently. I'm looking to help others in that journey.
Thank you. Abraham Venismach, we're up to V, down to V. Welcome.
Remind everyone, please.
Welcome to the group.
To the sheet.
What's that?
I said, thank you very much. Usually, I'm from Israel here, and I'd be up much higher up on the list because I'd be a Vav. So shalom lekulam. So now, anyway, what I do is I help young religious Jewish men prepare for war, and I help Jewish husbands prepare for peace. So you can see behind me what we have is a pre-military yeshiva here. up in the Golan Heights that we help young men, religious men who want to go into the IDF, and we help make sure that they have their values in order and also that they're prepared to go to the IDF without it becoming a disaster, and to keep their faith strong, and also with Jewish husbands that they have their marriages on the rocks. So we have a special program that will help them turn their marriage around just like right away, if not in the same day, the same week. So I'm Avraham Vanismach, and hopefully if you guys are ever up in the Golan Heights in Israel, you'll come visit me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And last but not least, we're up to W now. So Andrew Wang, welcome.
Thank you. Tough act to follow, Abraham. That's really great stuff. I guess I help people with their finances. I'm an owner at Runnymede Capital Management. Appreciate that Brian Wallace invited me in, this Asian American guy in New Jersey, into the meeting today. I help clients with financial planning and managing their investments. I'm looking for business owners with teams of 2 to 50 people who want to offer a 401k retirement plan. If setting up a new plan, I can help bring service providers together. And for those who have a plan already, I can review your fees and your investment funds, and I'm happy to steer you in the right direction.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew, and welcome. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the RBBN. I've gone through the list now. If there's anyone who's here that I didn't mention, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Anybody that we didn't go through, please introduce yourself.
you.
I always forget about myself. I mean, you kind of did the job for me, but I'll do it anyways. Okay, my name is Heshy Friedman, and aside from doing networking and LinkedIn stuff that you all see me doing, I run Radial Creations, which is a web development company, web design and web development. What we do is we produce professional websites. We make sure your company is properly represented online, where everybody is looking up who you are. If you get a lead or referral, you're going to look up things in the site. You want to make sure that you're presenting your best face forward, and we're going to help you do that. And it's from the beginning to the end. We do content creation, we do creative design and customized layouts and design to make sure that your company or your organization has a professional web presence. I'm Heshy Friedman, and thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. We're going to go into breakout rooms for all those who want to stay. We try to keep the program for an hour. We're about 5 or 6 minutes over, which is good. But everybody is welcome and encouraged to stick around for the networking breakout rooms. So we're going to divide everybody into rooms of like 5 people, and they can all chat with each other. It's kind of randomized, but this way everybody can get to know each other better. Now, again, I want to state the importance of this shared spreadsheet. Everybody should follow up with that. You want to follow up with people that you saw, that you met, because that's really how you make business from networking events. Just follow up with people, see who you connect to them on LinkedIn, reach out to them, and the list is there. Again, anybody who did not update their information in that spreadsheet, do it so now, and we're going to share that. And also, lastly, I'm going to also share out the pictures and the snapshots that I took. Please share on social media. Please share about the event. It helps people network with each other when they see the follow-up online. I'm going to officially end the recorded part of the program here, and we're going to do the breakout rooms. Again, thank you very much, everybody, for attending. Thank you very much, Yitzi, for really getting this off on the ground. And here we are. We're going to stop, and we're going to move on here. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the breakout rooms. Don't leave unless you have to go.